Lambo, Barangay Taf.
Nangita ka ba og swabi og affordable nga ilimnon? Aniya na ang imong tagpangita, ang Magallanes Nipa Vodka. Kiniway sagol na preservatives ug siguradong garantisado. Kini mao ang produkto gihimo pinaagi sa THPAL Social Development and Management Program o SDMP. Unsa pa imong taghuyat? Mag Magallanes Nipa Vodka na. Kontak ka lamang ang numerong 0970-268-5333. Apan ayaw kalimot, drink responsibly.
Kini ang simbianan sa RPN, Radio Philippines Network, DXKS, DXKS, 1080, ang inyong Radio Ronda, 5,000 watts, nagsimbiya sa ikatulong andana sa UFCO Lim Building, Borromeo Street, Dakbayan sa Surigao. RPN, Radio Philippines Network, DXKS 1080, ang inyong Radio Ronda.
Philippine Standard Time, alas 7:03 na sa buntag.
That time check was brought to you by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Kisaw Nan Sangguniang Panlungsod. Programa na idyo mapaminawan ang mga kalambuan, mga nahisgutan sa regular session ng Sangguniang Panlungsod uban sa pagdumala ni City Vice Mayor Alfonso Pons Casura. Kuman, jari ang programa Kisaw Nan Sangguniang Panlungsod. Mga igala, kumusta? Maradyaw na adlaw Sabado ka natong tanan. Hulyo 25, 2026, Sabado na Saba. Niyang kita sa programa ang Kisaw Nan Sangguniang Panlungsod. Iban sa atong Most Outstanding City Mayor of the Philippines in 2006. Ang atong presiding officer ng Sangguniang Panlungsod si Vice Mayor Alfonso Pons Casura. Mga kaigsunan, niningadlaw uy, katapusan man derong Sabado sa buyan ng Hulyo. Next Saturday will be August na, Agosto. So, kumusta mo diha? Mga kaigsunan, ang atong mga kaigsunan diha sa Barangay Magtangali, sakop sa lungsod sa San Francisco, nagsaulog kuman sa ilang kapiestahan. Happy Fiesta ni diha, labi na sa pamilyang Joseph. Na imbitasyon paniud toron para mamiesta dito sa lugar nga akong gieskwelahan sa high school, ang lungsod sa San Ricardo sa Orden Leyte, nagfiesta sab karon. Pareho silang patron, no? Senior Santiago Apostol. Baga ng lungsod sa Santiago sa Agusan del Norte, fiesta sab siguro nila. Maura ni Santos nga magsakay kabayo. Senior Santiago Apostol. Happy Fiesta sa iyo diha. Labi na diha ni Agaw Marilo Clerigo diha sa lungsod ng San Ricardo. Kang Tio Rod o kang Tia Inday, Happy Fiesta. Di na tumakauban kuman si Vice Mayor Pons Casura kung gumikan kay jaon sila importante nga lakaw. Ang atong busy mayor og ning mga orasa atong paminaw ng proceeding sa session ng Sangguniang Panlungsod ni atong nakalabay Huwebes. Ani ang ilang regular session, mga kaigsunan.
Good afternoon to each and everyone. The Secretary is hereby directed to conduct the roll call.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good afternoon. For the 28th regular session roll call, our presiding officer, Honorable Alfonso Casura, City Vice Mayor. For the City Councilors, Honorable Arnold Go, Honorable Junel B. Aldonza, Honorable Cardwin E. Casura, Honorable Noel P. Catri,
Here.
Honorable Joshua Emilio S. Haley, on leave. Honorable Perfecto B. Consigo, Honorable Faith B. Elomba, Honorable Baltasar C. Abian, Honorable Sebastian Rick Inagas, Honorable Jose Expeditus B. Bayana, Official Travel, Honorable Florenilio B. Ravilo, Official Travel, and Honorable Chinilin Idolsora. Mr. Chair, we have 9 members of this council are present. We are in quorum, Mr. Chair.
Kindly check the sound system. We go now to the perusal and approval of the minutes of the regular session that was held on July 16, 2026. Kindly read the resolutions that were approved in that regular session.
The following resolutions that were passed and approved last July 16, 2026. Resolution number 159, approving the minutes of the previous regular session held on July 9, 2026, containing resolution number 157 to resolution number 158, all series of 2026. Resolution number 160, approving the agenda of the 27th regular session of the Sangguniang Panlungsod dated July 16, 2026, as prepared and presented with inclusion. Resolution number 161, a resolution granting a certificate of no objection in relation to the application for a commercial sand and gravel extraction permit and environmental compliance certificate of Mr. Rodolfo R. Leros. Resolution number 162, a resolution authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Pablo Eve Eldoglao II to enter into and sign for and on behalf of the City Government of Surigao a Memorandum of Agreement with the Philippine Statistics Authority PSE for the 4th implementation of the Birth Registration Assistance Project. Resolution number 163, a resolution expressing the deepest sympathy and sincere condolences of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Surigao City to the bereaved family and relatives of former City Vice Mayor Evangeline S.U. Bayana. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Chair now entertains a motion to approve the minutes of our regular session. Councilor Consigo is hereby recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of the minutes of the previous regular session held on July 16, 2026.
Is there any
I so move.
second? Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Let's now go to matters of information. We are fortunate this afternoon that we are graced by the presence of our Regional Executive Director of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Madam Maria Teresa Allen, and our Penro Officer, Mr. Larry Curias, and the Attorney 4 of the DNR, Attorney Dalia Bernal. We have also the Mary Kathleen Poe, the Chief Planning DNR Regional Office, and staff of Penro, and our own Engineer Jose Alfonso Casura to brief us about the results of the site validation that was conducted at Parang-Parang Watershed on the reported decrease in water supply, which accordingly have been attributed to the alleged illegal mining activities. As a backgrounder, I would like to suspend the rules and allow our resource persons to please come forward, bring in them inside the hall so that we can have
kinibahina ang atong Regional Executive Director sa DNR sulti sa social.
Joel Derico, baliktad. Before anything else, as a backgrounder, may I have request our staff to roll the video in relation to this site validation that had been conducted on an emergency by our Regional Executive Director of the DNR. And this will go through the status of our parang-parang, so that people, especially the media who are here, can disseminate the situation obtaining in the area, considering that we have a crisis. Proceed now.
Wala sa mga pag-review sa ay genuine ambit ng 1FM station, Surigao City. Sa ilalim ng RA 12-253, nangako ang Presidente na hindi sasakripisyo ang kalikasan para sa pagmimina. Gayunpaman, nakararanas ngayon ang Surigao del Norte, lalo
sa regional media.
mula sa Canada Region 2 Yusek kay Jeneline Ambid ng 1FM station, Surigao City. Sa ilalim ng RA 12-253, nangako ang Presidente na hindi sasakripisyo ang kalikasan para sa pagmimina. Gayunpaman, nakararanas ngayon ang Surigao del Norte, lalong-lalo na ang Surigao City ng malubhang kakapusan sa tubig at siltation ng mga watershed dahil sa mga irresponsableng minahan. Paano gagamitin ng inyong administrasyon ang mga bagong audit at oversight framework upang agarang panagutin ang mga kumpanyang ito at maibalik ang malinis na tubig sa komunidad?
Mas naisin po natin sana kung meron po pinagbabatayan at ebidensya ang nagtatanong para po mas maganda na magkaroon ng tamang pag-iimbestiga. Dahil ayon po mismo kay Secretary Kuna ng DNR, hindi po lumalabas ang ganyang balita at hindi lumalabas sa records na mayroon pong pananamantala at pang-aabuso patungkol po sa mining. According to DNR, batay sa kasalukuyang talaan at resulta ng environmental monitoring ng Mines and Geosciences Bureau Regional Office number 13, walang ebidensyang nagpapatunay na ang nararanasang kakulangan sa supply ng tubig sa Surigao City ay dulot ng anumang mining operation sa Surigao del Norte. Gayon din, wala rin naitalang siltation ng mga watershed sa Surigao del Norte na napatunayang bunga ng mga aktibidad sa pagmina. Nais din ng ipagpaalam at ibigyan din ng DNR na sa ilalim ng Section 19F ng Republic Act No. 7942 o Philippine Mining Act of 1995, mahigpit na ipinagbabawal ang pagpasok ng mineral agreements sa loob ng mga proclaimed watershed forest services. Alinsunod dito, wala rin naitalang mining activity sa loob ng parang watershed o ang Surigao Watershed Resource Reserve, ang main source ng supply ng tubig ng Surigao City batay sa opisyal na talaan ng MGB R13. So kung mayroon po anumang ebidensya patungkol po dito, inaanyayahan po kayo ng DNR na magbigay po ng anumang mga data, ebidensya para po matugunan ang inyong mga issues kung meron man. Pero sa ngayon po ay hindi po lumalabas sa talaan at datos nila na meron pong ganitong klaseng pang-aabuso.
So, gentlemen and ladies, no less than the highest ranking official of the DNR, Region 13, Madam Maria Teresa Allen, the Regional Executive Director, is with us this afternoon to brief us on the findings that they had done yesterday at Parang-Parang. And this goes also for the members of this council to know exactly the status of the Parang-Parang Watershed in Barangay Mati. And Madam Allen, you have the floor. I'll give you the time to explain to the members of this council as well as to the media regarding this issue.
Thank you, Presiding Chair. Of course, to the esteemed Vice Mayor, Alfonso Casura, honored members of the Sangguniang Council, fellow public servants, maradyaw na hapon sa Ijo Tanan.
Good afternoon.
Of course, yours truly is the OIC Regional Executive Director of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources of this region. And I'm with the Provincial Officer of the ENR, Forester Larry Corias, and of course, as introduced by Vice Mayor kanina, si Attorney Dalia Bernal, and with my colleagues from the Regional Office and Penro Office. So just this morning, we had an audience meeting with the Honorable Vice Mayor Casura, together with the City Councilor Arnold Go, the Chair of the Environment Committee, and the City Enro, si Sir Joel Casura also, to clarify the issue which reached already the Central Office as shown kanina, and just the other day. So it concerned social media post stating that there is no more water in Surigao City because of the mining activities in the watershed area. So the gravity of the allegation demands immediate verification on the grounds to dispel any misinformation to the public and or immediate action if such allegation is true. So just the other day, our team headed by our Penro here went to the area, immediately went to our Surigao watershed area to conduct actual verification if indeed illegal mining activities are conducted thereat. So based on the findings and validated by drone footages, we can say that there is no illegal mining in the Surigao watershed. Okay, and that second is that the Surigao Watershed Forest Reserve is relatively healthy. As will be presented later by Penro Larry, the forest canopy is intact, and the surface water that drains to Surigao City is adequate, looking at the surface stream flow. Okay, so, and then the area in question is 3 to 5 kilometers away from the watershed. So, kato na mention nga Sitio Bakahan, Barangay Mati, is downstream and within alienable and disposable lands, and a number of titled areas already. So, meaning, daghan na ang mga titled properties. But that is 3 to 5 kilometers away from the watershed. Okay. Now, with this, what we've stated is that the forest canopy is still intact and the vegetation is relatively healthy. So this is an opportunity for the ENR and the city government to really enforce or intensify our protection efforts to protect and conserve the watershed and the nearby recharge areas. Okay. Now, if you would allow us...
yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay.
You have all the floor.
Larry will be presenting to us the PowerPoint presentations showing the real situation in the area, the situation of the watershed, and the video or the drone footage na covering 1,088 hectares, na cover siya sa drone. And maybe later we will also bring to the floor our proposal for the siguro mga ways forward, Vice Mayor.
Yes, go ahead, because this will also link with the problem that we have regarding the scarcity of water or the water crisis that we are experiencing. And you can see that really the way that SMWD or the Prime Water has really been remiss in their obligation. And as you can see later on, I have seen already the footages, and I can really see that we agree taghimo ba na ato SMWD sa ang Prime Water. We have the water sufficient enough to cover for our needs, and you can see why we have this crisis. So, Larry, you have the floor.
Thank you. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat po, Honorable Vice Mayor, the Presiding Chair, and to the rest of the members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Surigao City. Just a brief background before we went to the area. We were guided by one of the employees of Surigao Metropolitan Water District / Prime Water. So siya po ang nag-guide pumunta sa area. And we conducted a brief interview with some of the communities there. And they confirmed na ang tagal na po bago umulan. But during that day, may rain event in less than an hour that happened 2 to 3 hours before we went there. So we had some photo images as well as drone shots of the Surigao Watershed Forest Reserve. So sa first slide please. Yung first slide shows the boundary of the Surigao Watershed Forest Reserve, totaling about 1,088 hectares per proclamation. So yan po yung ating watershed. So the image shows a green picture of the watershed. Next. So yun yung blue, yan yung parang river. So yung nakapin dyan, dyan na-locate ang Prime Water or Surigao Metropolitan Water District na intake box. So may mga pictures na dyan, kaso lang limited in terms of presentation dahil PowerPoint presentation. So dyan na-locate within the watershed, and it goes down to the areas downstream which are A and B. At andyan siguro yung sinasabi nilang may mga quarry activities or mining activities.
But it's outside.
Yeah, it's outside of the watershed. Next, please. So, yan yung pinaka-intake box ng Surigao Metropolitan Water District, Prime Water. So, nakikita namin dahil umuulan, sufficient ng tubig. Medyo may turbidity lang, brown, pero it's really attributed to the type of soil na meron nandyan. And on the right side, andun yung facility ng SMWD. So medyo i-close nila because lubog daw ang tubig. So it shows na medyo sa observation lang namin, we are not technical people, medyo hindi siya upgraded na system and facility for distribution of water. Okay, next. So I would like to show to you our drone shots covering the watershed area, forest cover of the Surigao Watershed Forest Reserve. So yun lang po yung sapa. So it shows na wala kaming nakitang whatever illegal or legal mining activities in the area. So that was July 22, 2026, around 10 o'clock a.m. But hindi rin namin sinasantabi yung potential na baka papasokin din eventually itong area nito. So sabi nga ni Red, we have to intensify our forest protection effort in that area. And in fairness din sa service provider, which is the Prime Water, nag-conduct din sila ng mga reforestation activities dyan. May nakikita kami mga planting and it grows vigorously using indigenous species and acacia mangyum. So may mga projects din sa loob. Okay. Okay. So the drone shots shows that walang trace ng mining activities, whatever in the area. May mga open patches lang, pero it shows na medyo naka-recover na siya. Those are maybe mga landslide areas kanang na-brown. So, yun po yung video, drone shots na nakuha namin nung isang araw.
As Director Allen was said, it is still healthy, very, very healthy. No traces of any activities.
Okay, next. The last slide would explain siguro bakit may mga issues on water shortage in our city na attributable to mga mining activities because may nakita kami ganyan sa baba, but this is downstream, and these activities do not necessarily affect the quality and the volume of the water at upstream at the Surigao Watershed Forest Reserve. But then these are title properties, and these are within alienable and disposable lands. So, although may mga issues on walang permit, but we have to look into that. We will conduct further investigation on that through our Mines and Geosciences Bureau. And in fact, tomorrow may mga pag-uusap na gagawin headed by the city local government unit. So, yun lang po. And then, to conclude, yung issue na the shortage of water is necessarily caused by the mining activities within the watershed is, as of now, an overstatement po in our case. And we have submitted our report to our Secretary of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Thank you po.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Chair, if I may add, because we stand on our findings that the forest canopy is still closed, no, and then the vegetation is relatively healthy, as shown by the drone footage, and that's why we also have to. But there is really a need for a joint technical working group, no, creation of a joint technical working group between the DNR and the city government to conduct inventory of the undocumented water users, no, maybe outside of the watershed, and then and a possible inventory of water supply or water sources, no, that may be that could be tapped as alternate na source, no, of water. So that's our proposal. And then second is there should be a research study on the water balance. Now, on the water balance, while it is true that the vegetation is still healthy and intact, but we have to look into the balance between the water discharge, and the recharge capacity of the watershed.
Yes, ma'am, because as presented this morning, can we have that picture that kung uno ka kusog ng tubig dito sa parang-parang, and what seems to be the problem that we are experiencing water crisis here. So we have seen the video earlier, and then this really would be something that the people from the media will also see that the problem is non-attributed, see the flow of water there. Pamula ang tubig nato dito sa parang-parang. Pero ang problema, kaya waya isayod. Oh, kusog man lagi. Tubig, pero tanaw ang kilid. Tapos, oh. Problema kay dili uli masayod. Aton ang kilid. Next aton. Mura daw na nato mga tubo. Naglaong pa primitive type pagadot kita sa taas pa siya.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
with the responsible officials of SMWD,
We have
the
not
inspection.
invited them because this is the very first time.
no,
That-
during the inspection by
Was there any representative, Larry?
Yes, sir.
responsible official,
I forgot the name but nag-interview kami, member, trabahante sa ng Prime Water, yung nasabi niya.
an
So,
ordinary employee or managerial or what?
Technical personnel, sir.
So from your own observation, Larry, usik kayo ang tubig.
Yes, sir. Actually, ang sabi, dahil umuulan, malakas ang daloy ng tubig, pero di-close daw nila yung mga tubo kasi lubog daw. Ayaw nila ma-distribute ng mga lubog.
Yeah. Nag-overflow.
So, parang ganyan din ang nangyari nung bibisita kami. Dahil umulan, may rain event that time.
But these are waters that are no longer fitted to the bulb, di ba? Bali,
yes.
nausik-usik na lang din ang tubig, di ba? Usik na nga tubig nga kung doon na pa'y reservoir or dam, pwede unta nga ma-store. Pero this water that are flowing or this water that you can see, Tanawan, Style, and Ila Chlorine, no? So, sa kilid, tapos amura daw ang kadagkuan nato mga pipes dito. So, ano man daw? agree to all. So you can see, Ma'am and Larry, that even kung hulaw, basta ma-store lang yun na tubig, wala dito lang problema ang Surigao, di ba? Kay sufficient, unlike in Butuan, lisod yung ang source, but here we have the source but it is not being impounded. Sayang lang. Again, ay balik ang ipabalik. Parang kasayang ng tubig eh. So there you are. Oh, sa taas mo doon. So, any other query from the... Yes, Councilor Abian.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon. Larry,
yes, sir.
Based on your regular inspection, wala man kayo nakita na nag-mine out doon sa itaas, di ba? Wala?
Wala po, sir.
Wala talaga. Pero yung tubig na yun ang original na lumabas galing ng bukid?
Yung video na yan hindi namin kuha. Yung kanina, yun yung kuha namin. Yes po, yan yung
sa tingin mo, ano kaya may tulong natin doon sa SMWD? Kasi immediate na ito na solusyon.
Yes, sir. Kung nakita
tulungan mo naman kami.
Opo. May dam sila na nandun. Sa gilid lang talaga niyan. May dam sila about mga 4 meters ang height.
Kung ano man yung mga recommendation ninyo?
We agree with the recommendation of the city government to put up a dam, impounding dam, to be able to capture the water during heavy rains and then to store them so that by katulad nito hindi natin unpredictable ang ating weather. Kung magtagal ang walang ulan ay ma-impound siya and that could be a source sa...
Kasi anytime mag-inlinyo na naman wala na naman kaming tubig.
And we were aware na nagplano ang LGU na yan and we support that.
Tulungan mo na kami para matapos sa din problem kasi wala kaming tulog
Yes po. In fact, ako din, nakatira na rin ako dito. Wala kaming tubig. 3 months na po.
Yun na,
yes po.
In fact, Councilor Abian will be admitted to the hospital because he does not have any sleep for the last 2 weeks already.
Yes, sir.
He had made excuse to me na magpagaling muna daw siya sa hospital because problema niya yung tubig sa kanila. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. We can see, the media here can see that we have the water source. Even Ma'am Allen, yung isang councilor dito who appears to be the wealthiest, Councilor Catre, is no longer using ordinary tap water. He is using already the mineral, that bottled water, to take a bath, everything that he does in his home, because he does not have any water. That's the guy who is really complaining about this issue on water problem. And he happens to be the chair committee on environment and natural resources here. So, we have the water. Mukhang mo na tubig. Lawang waya. Councilor Catre, you are the chair committee on environment.
Yeah, I am really surprised with what they have been telling us all along. We have been taken for a ride. Definitely this is an eye-opening report of the DNR. Can we invite the SMWD, considering their income of almost 17 million a month? And they have been managing the water district for the last 6 months. They cannot provide us with potable water.
That's why I really insisted of Director Allen to be with us, because this is the first time that we have seen the situation obtaining in the area. Never was this given to us, presented to us, or even to a large extent being made public. It's only after, that's why it's also a blessing in disguise that this issue was raised to the level of the spokesperson, and then they are here. But for our purpose, you can see, as you can see also, as I can see, everybody sees the source of water is there. But pero nausik.
Can we preserve these videos, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
So that we can confront the SMWD people.
Yes. In fact, we are asking.
Next week?
We have already, Your Honor. We have the video already. And kana ra jud mga kaigsuonan kong mga Surigao-non, kana ra jud ang you can see, grabe ra gud kagamay. Pila na kalibo ang residents nato and water consumed, but that is the only one. It's the spilling off gani. Yes, Larry, you have something other to say on this issue?
Wala na pong sasabihin, but then our assurance is that we'll be working closely with the City Environment and Natural Resources Officer, sir, for the completion or the realization of the plans and programs that they have when it comes to improving the water system in Surigao City. Rest assured, our office is always there and will be coordinating with them in terms of protecting the watershed as well as other initiatives that the city will be undertaking in addressing our problem on water shortage, sir. Thank you.
Ma'am Allen, I have something more to say.
Yes.
In addition,
thank you very much.
Closing statement also.
Yes, thank you very much for this opportunity, Presiding Chair, to present also the initial findings of the team and showing that there is enough for the water supply because our watershed is still intact. And as mentioned by Larry, that we support the proposal or the move of the city government to construct impounding structure even outside of the protected area, because this is an initial component kay watershed reserve siya. It's a protected area, and we hope that together we will collectively act and do proactive actions to protect, to sustain the protection of the watershed and conserve the remaining natural resources. And with respect naman to the proposal of the city in terms of permitting, should you decide for the construction of the impounding structure, in terms of permitting, we will assure you to act on it immediately, judiciously, and efficiently, fast and furious ma-realize and mapadali ang permitting aspect.
Very well said, ma'am, and we look forward to the cooperation. Larry, you coordinate with the Chair Committee on Environment with Councilor Catre, who happens to be a lawyer also. Well, he is one of the oldest, by the way. Just try to, not the wealthiest. So, again, ma'am, thank you very much for your visit, and we look forward to cooperating with your agency and our office in making sure that the collective efforts of the DNR, the local government unit, will really be one that will best serve the needs of the people of Surigao. Thank you very much.
Thank you po. Thank you, and permission to leave po.
Balik, kopya mo. reinstate the rules. We now go to inclusion. Any inclusion? Any amendment? If none, then we go to the approval of the agenda. Any motion? Councilor Consigo.
I move for the approval of the agenda. So moved.
Is there any second? Is there any objection? Hearing none, the agenda for today's regular session is hereby approved. We go to first reading.
We have no first reading, Mr. Chair.
We go to endorsement to the committees.
For the referral to committees, we have 3 items. First is the endorsement from City Legal Office requesting the City Council to pass a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into and sign a memorandum of agreement between the City Government of Surigao through the City Health Office and Surigao Education Center with respect to the clinical affiliation and training of nursing and midwifery students.
Refer to Committee on Health and Sanitation, Committee on Rules.
Another letter from Ms. Belinda Ismodejo, President of the Night Market Vendors Association of Boulevard, requesting the kind consideration and approval of the City Council to temporarily relocate the association's night market operations during the upcoming City Fiesta to any of the following proposed areas. Number 1, the streets from Metro Surigao to the Dulong area, or the streets from Picni to Semtuco along Burgos Street.
Refer to the Committee on Trade, Business, Industry and Economic Enterprise.
Last endorsement from the Business Permit and Licensing Office and the City Health Office transmitting the findings, notices of violation, and other pertinent documents concerning Primark Market located at the City Boulevard, Surigao City. The endorsement is hereby submitted as additional supporting document in relation to the proposed cancellation of the business permit of Philippine Primark Properties Incorporated.
Refer to Committee on Rules, Committee on Trade, Business, Industry and Economic Enterprise.
That's all, Mr. Chair.
Committee report, Councilor Go is hereby recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon to my fellow members of the Council. I have 3 committee reports for today's regular session. The first one is on the matter of a resolution approving and favorably endorsing the Surigao City Tourism Development Plan for calendar year 2026 to 2030 as approved under the City Development Council Resolution number 05 series of 2026 and as unanimously recommended for approval by the Committee on Tourism. On July 7, 2026, the Committee on Tourism convened a meeting at the Session Hall of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Surigao City to deliberate on the proposed Surigao City Tourism Development Plan for calendar year 2026 to 2030. In attendance were the members of the committee, the city planning, city tourism, and the local media. After careful review and deliberation, the committee finds that the proposed tourism development plan is comprehensive, responsive, timely, and is designed to address the present and emerging tourism development needs of the city of Surigao. The committee further determined that its implementation will serve as a strategic framework for promoting sustainable tourism, stimulating local economic development, enhancing the city's competitiveness as a tourism destination, and improving the overall quality of life of its constituents. The committee likewise noted that the proposed plan had undergone the prerequisite planning, technical evaluation, and stakeholder consultation processes, culminating in its approval by the City Development Council through the City Development Council Resolution number 05, series of 2026. Such approval affirms that the plan was formulated through a participatory planning process and enjoys broad-based support from the concerned city government agencies, private sector, stakeholders, and the local community. Moreover, the committee finds the proposed Surigao City Tourism Development Plan for calendar year 2026 to 2030 is fully consistent with the city's development agenda and policy directions, particularly in advancing sustainable tourism development, inclusive economic growth, environmental conservation, cultural heritage preservation, and active community participation in accordance with the principles of good local governance and sustainable development. Recommendation: after due evaluation, the Committee on Tourism finds the proposed Surigao City Tourism Development Plan for calendar year 2026 to 2030 has satisfactorily complied with the prescribed planning, consultation, and approval requirements, and is comprehensive, responsive, timely, and beneficial to the City of Surigao. Wherefore, the Committee on Tourism unanimously recommends the passage of the resolution entitled "A Resolution Approving and Favorably Endorsing the Surigao City Tourism Development Plan Calendar Year 2026 to 2030. Mr. Chair, I move for the adoption of my committee report.
Is there any second? Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
With the adoption of my committee report, Mr. Chairman, I respectfully move for the passage of a resolution approving and favorably endorsing the Surigao City Tourism Development Plan for calendar year 2026 and 2030. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Say now a motion. Is there any second? Is there any discussion? Objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
My second committee report, Mr. Chairman, is on the matter of two endorsements. The first endorsement is a request for a resolution adopting City Development Council Resolution Number 7, resolution endorsing the Surigao City Yacht Marina Project, a priority flagship tourism infrastructure project of the City Government of Surigao, to the Regional Development Council, Caraga, for endorsement to the Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority, or TIAZA, for funding consideration. The second endorsement is a request for a resolution confirming the Surigao City Yacht Marina Project as a priority flagship tourism infrastructure project of the City Government of Surigao for inclusion in the Department of Tourism Regional Priority Project List. Facts and findings: the Department of Tourism, Caraga Region, in coordination with the Caraga Regional Development Council, is consolidating priority flagship tourism infrastructure projects for inclusion in the DOT Regional Priority Project List. Endorsement to the Regional Development Council, Caraga, and subsequent funding consideration by the Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority, or TIAZA. In this connection, the City Government of Surigao seeks the endorsement of the Surigao City Yacht Marina Project as a priority flagship tourism infrastructure project. This project is aligned with the National Tourism Development Plan, Caraga Regional Development Plan, the city's comprehensive land use, or CLUP, and its tourism and sustainable development objectives. The project is expected to enhance marine tourism, generate employment, stimulate local economic growth, and strengthen Surigao City's role as a regional tourism gateway. The requests are supported by the feasibility study, proposed development plan, and City Development Council Resolution numbers 06 and 07 series of 2026. Recommendation: in view of the foregoing and after due examination and evaluation of the requests and the supporting documents submitted, the Committee on Tourism recommends the passage of the following resolutions. Number 1, a resolution adopting City Development Council Resolution number 7 series of 2026 entitled Resolution endorsing the Surigao City Yacht Marina Project, a priority flagship tourism infrastructure project of the City Government of Surigao to the Regional Development Council, Caraga, for endorsement to the Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority for funding consideration. And the second one, a resolution confirming the Surigao City Yacht Marina Project as a priority flagship tourism infrastructure project of the City Government of Surigao for inclusion in the Department of Tourism Regional Priority Project List.
I will allow this, but there will only be one resolution. You just, for funding consideration and confirming the Surigao Yacht, this will only be contained in one resolution.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Is there any second? Is there any discussion, objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. There will be no two resolutions here, only one. Just add confirming the Surigao City as a priority. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
With that, Mr. Chair, and my third committee report is on the matter of the request to the Committee on Cooperatives to pass a resolution authorizing the City Mayor Pablo Eve L. Dumlao II to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Cooperative Development Authority or CDA, Surigao City, Surigao del Norte Field Office for the grant of an office space at the third floor Sangguniang Panlungsod building to be co-shared by the City Cooperative Development Office. The committee hearing was attended by the members of the committee together with the resource persons, Ms. Annabel E. Madrio, Provincial Cooperative Development Specialist, Surigao del Norte, Attorney Jason Manuel Sumailo of the City Legal Office, and our City Tourism Officer, Ms. Roslyn Merlin. The City Government of Surigao recognizes the significant contribution of cooperatives to local economic.
Mga kaigsunan, tipik lang to sa Kisaw Nan Sangguniang Panlungsod episode din natong ipabati ang ika-28 nga regular session ng Sangguniang Panlungsod tungod kay nga atong Vice Mayor dunay importante nga lakaw kuman adlaw og dili nato si Jam makaiban. Standby sa mosunod nga programa ang mga updates para sa umabot na Charter Day sa nan Fiesta ng Surigao City. Uban sa atong guest kuman buntag ang gikan sa buhatan nan ato City Tourism sa nan Local Youth Development Office ang atong umabot nga OIC City Tourism and Cultural Affairs Officer nga si Attorney Cristina Attorney Cristel si Attorney Parinas ba ako nadumduman si Attorney Cristel Kring Calderon Bunyel musunod na sa Dinimadugay. Inyong alagad sa kahanginan sa ngalan ni Vice Mayor Alfonso Pons Casura, kini inyong alagad June Clerico magpasalamat Maradyaw na buntag Surigao.
Idyo nabati ang Kisaw Nan Sangguniang Panlungsod. Hangtod sa sunod higayon, matag Sabado, alas 7, ngadto sa alas 7:30 ang takna sa buntag. Salamat karadyaw sa idyo pagpaminaw.